Hi, this is Uzma Yakoob from Sculpt Beauty TV. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you for watching our final tutorial of the year, and this one is dedicated to New Year's and hopefully your New Year look. Okay, now what I've decided to do is a smoky eye, and I've added an extra color into the smoky eye so you can actually you know, match your outfit color or any, you know, of your accessories color to the smoky eye. Now my thinking behind this whole look is the fact that in New Year's everyone goes a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more glamorous, a little bit more elegant, okay, and everyone wants their makeup to kind of look the same. Okay, now this style is suited for all ages, so wherever you're going, whether it's a party, in a club, or you know, to a dinner and dance, or just like hanging out with your friends, this is a great look to do, and you could actually funk it up with a bit of a splash of colour. Okay, now I've used bright pink purely because it's a colour that I haven't used for a long time, and it is a nice fun colour. Okay, so but you can actually replace it with any colour, like I said. Okay, now it's quite simple, so no one's got any excuses. You will all be able to do it, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you do want to know how I did this look. Right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to apply some foundation on my eye area. Now this is going to act as my primer, and you guys could use the same thing if you want, but if you want to use another primer, eye primer, feel free to do so. I use either concealer or foundation, so that's what I'm going to do. I already actually applied it, but I'm just applying it again so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so that's on the base of my eye. Now because these are high pigmented colors, you don't actually need an eye primer as such, okay, which is why you see me use foundation all the time. Okay, the next thing what we're going to do is, if I could find the right brush that I used, which I don't know quite where it is, to be honest. Anyways, what you need to do is get a small brush. Okay, now I'm using the Sculpt Beauty Artist palette, and the colors that the pinks that I'm going to be using is this two-tone really bright pink, and then this kind of matte fuchsia pink. Okay, now the reason I'm using both of them together, I mean, if you watch my tutorials, you know that I mix color a lot. Okay, I just like the color that it makes. Okay, you might have a really nice pink that you want to use. Now like I said, you can actually use any color, you don't have to use the pink. Okay, tap off your excess, and what we're going to do is just apply this on your inner corner of your eye. Okay, make sure you tilt your head back, and I do not advise you guys to actually like I've got my foundation and the rest of my makeup on. I advise you guys to do that afterwards because of fallout. Okay, especially if you're using a bright color like this. We're going to apply this, and I'm just taking it in a little. Okay, now this is all going to be blended in. Okay, but the intensity of the color needs to be on your inner corner, right down here. Okay, so apply that. Remember to tap off the excess, and we're going to bring this underneath too, like so. Now this is quite a nice look, okay, because you know what, you know when people go out on New Year's Eve, they usually kind of go for something which is a little bit elegant. The smoky eye is a really popular look, a little bit different to the Christmas Eve parties, because people want to just have the sophisticated glam. Okay, now this look I thought would be nice to just basically still keep your sophisticated glam, still stick to your smoky eyes, which goes on with most of your elegant clothing, but just make it just adds a little bit of that funk to it, so to speak. Okay, now you can go back into this afterwards, after you've done your smoky eyes, just to add a little bit of intensity. Okay, but meanwhile, what we're going to do, get a blending brush, okay, with nothing on it, and we're just going to blend this out, just at the top, okay, because I don't want to lose the intensity. So I'm just going to blend the top of this out and just slightly across the center, sorry, the inner corner there. Okay, so once you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to apply the highlighter. Okay, now once we're here, I'm going to show you all the colours that I'm using because it just makes it a little bit easier for me. I'm going to use this as the highlighter colour, which is like a really light pale pink. The reason I'm using that is because I don't want to have that much focus on my highlighter, okay? Later on, I might add in a little bit of this white shimmer just to the arch of my brow, just to add that a little bit of that shimmer. And then I'm going to be using this grey in my crease liner. It's like a dark shimmer grey, and then we're going to be using the black. Okay, I'm not sure if that's in the correct order, okay, but that's basically what we're going to be doing. Okay, so I'm going to go into my highlighter colour first, get that on your brush, tap off the excess. We're going to apply this in on our brow like so. Bring it down, and then we're going to bring this forward. Okay, bring it forward, and just be careful that you've got full control over your brush, okay, because you don't want to keep losing color, because what's going to happen is you're just going to keep layering and layering your eyeshadow, okay, and to make your eyeshadow stay on, if you keep layering it, it doesn't actually last as long, to be honest, because if you think about how powders work on top of powders, you know, it doesn't quite work out. Okay, so I've got that there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our eyeliner. So, Sculpt Beauty Jyline is what you need. And I've got this in Carbon Black. Get some of that. Apply it on your hand if that's what you do. Now remember, a little goes a long way. I've been getting a few people messaging me and saying, you know, I keep getting speckles all over my face because of this eyeliner. It's not this eyeliner, it's gel eyeliner, okay? Now you got to remember, gel eyeliner is a little bit of a creamier substance. It's not so watery like the liquid liners you get. So you got to remember, when you mix powder with a gel eyeliner, it will get thicker, and what happens when powder gets a little bit thicker or you mix it with water, you know, it kind of lets out a few speckles or has some, you know, turns into big blobs of powder. Okay, now that's exactly what you're doing. It just means you're applying too much. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have a little bit of control over that. Okay, so I've got this on my brush, and I'm just creating a little marker, a little angle at the end, because I don't want to exceed that line, and I'm just applying this on my lid, and I'm trying to stick to my lid area. Now what you guys got to remember is don't apply too much of this, okay? Little does go a very long way. Now you don't have to apply liner to this, but it just means that it's not going to be as intense as we want it. And if you don't have liner, you can actually use just a black kohl pencil. And just take this very carefully into our pink, but as you could see, I'm not doing it too dark because I want it to be able to blend in, and that's all we're doing. Take off the excess if you can, and just fray this line at the top so that it's easier to blend at the top. Okay, grab some of that, apply that in your waterline. It's also nice to have a totally different look to what you've gone for on Christmas as well. You know, it gives you guys a chance to really play about with your looks and do something a little bit different. Now apply this underneath, and I'm not taking it right to the inner corner. I'm just taking it halfway down my eye, my under eye area. Okay, you don't actually even need to put some underneath. You know, I know some people feel a little bit uncomfortable with it. So if you don't want to, then that's fine. Just make sure it's all straight from there. Okay, now I'm going to go into my black. Okay, get a little bit of that. And this is just our first coat of black. And I'm just applying it and just smoothing, look straight ahead and just smoothing out my crease line. Yeah, like so. And then just take off the excess, and very carefully you're going to go over this bit right down here. Okay, so we're going to go back into that in a minute, but before we do that, we are going to go into the grey that I showed you. Now, someone did actually message me, because if you follow me into it, you'd know that I asked everyone a little while ago, what does everyone want to see for New Year's, for the New Year's tutorial. Someone did actually say they wanted to see grey and pink, which I think actually is a lovely combination. But people kind of, for evening wear, black and the smoky makes, you know, is quite a good look, what a lot of people prefer to wear. So I've kind of used that idea and come up with this. Now the grey I'm applying in the crease line, yeah, just so you're looking straight ahead and you're just applying this very carefully, very softly in the crease line, and I'm just taking the colour up and taking it into the pink. Okay, so you want it to be there, but you want it to create kind of a very subtle smoky look. I mean, it's all got to be really nicely blended in together. So if you could see, the pink is like seeping through the grey. Okay, and you could play around with that until it's absolutely perfect, like so. You could take that up. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into my black and make sure that it all blends in nicely. And my strokes are very, very soft, okay, and I always use a little bit of colour to start off with. Okay, whilst we're with the black, you're just going to go over this line very slightly and just merge the pink into the black. It just kind of gives you a bit of a softer look. Okay, to finish, I'm just going to go back into my pink and I'm just going to go over this black, just because I want it to be blended nicely in together, like so. Okay, and if you want to, you could take this pink slightly further up and then get your grey brush with nothing on it and just blend that in. And that is practically it. Go back into the colours that you feel that you've lost and you want to be more prominent. It's as simple as that, really. And that is a really, really simple way of jazzing up your smoky eye. Now the last thing I have done, and you don't actually need it to be honest, but I have applied eyeliner. Okay, so just follow your eye shape, keep it quite thin. And that's it really, and that is your funky smoky eye. Like I said, you can actually use any colour. Now for the rest of my makeup, I've applied baby pink blusher, applied a bit of shimmer on my cheekbones, and gone for a gloss, like a nude colour with a gloss on top, because I think it kind of looks lovely with this look. Now the last thing I have applied is false eyelashes. I'm going to go and do that and show you the finished look. Okay, so I have applied my eyelash and my mascara and this is my completed finished look for New Year's. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now remember, you can actually change the color at the front of the eye to any other color that you want, okay? And also, if you're wearing like gold jewelry rather than silver jewelry and you kind of want it all to match, you don't have to put silver in the crease, you can actually put gold or something like that, something just nice and complementing with the color that you've chosen. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed that look. I have tried to make it quite simple so everyone can do it, okay? Because I do quite creative things, and a lot of people do say to me that they want something which is not as creative so they can do it themselves. So I hope that I was able to bring you a look that you all can do, okay? Now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to know where I've got everything that I'm using, there is a description box below. Just click that the arrow going down and you've got the direct links to the sculptbeauty.com/shop where you can buy all these items from, okay? And we do deliver worldwide, guys. So, you know, wherever you are in the world, you can actually use our palettes, our brushes, our lashes, and so on and so forth, okay? Now, also, if you are on social networks, Facebook and Twitter, you can actually join our social networks, Facebook and Twitter, /sculptbeauty, and I've put the links there as well, so you can be part of the family too, okay? Now, if you use an iPhone, we do have our revolutionary iPhone app, which is available from Apple App Store, and it is absolutely free, yeah? Now, we've got massive changes happening to the website and the iPhone app, okay? So if you like it now, you just wait to see what else we're going to do to it, and you're going to love it then, okay? What else do I need to tell you? If you yet haven't subscribed to the channel, there is a subscribe button down here, okay? Now click subscribe, and you'll be the first one to get all the notifications and find out when we're doing our videos and whatnot. Now, Sculpt Beauty have had a very, very good year, and we can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support that you've shown us, okay? So thank you so much for that. Sculpt Beauty is not just about us, it is about you. We do try and do everything that you'd like to see and learn, okay? So the business is growing, and it's only growing with the love and support that you guys have shown us, okay? So thank you so much for that. I'd also like to thank 62 Media. Now, you might hear me mention them now and then, but if it wasn't for 62 Media, we wouldn't be able to bring you our tutorials and give you such a good iPhone app and a website if it weren't for them. They are the geniuses, the creative geniuses behind that, okay? So I'd like to thank them too. Okay, go check out their page too. You'd be amazed to see, how great they are. I mean, you can kind of see that already from our videos, but that's it from me. Happy New Year one more time. Whatever you're doing, stay safe, enjoy yourself, and be careful, okay? Just, safety first, okay? So make sure wherever you're going, you know how you're getting there, wherever, you know how you're coming back, and you've got people who will look after you as well, okay? Take care of yourself. I will see you guys next year with loads more great stuff from Sculpt Beauty. See you soon.